Welcome back to the latest episode of Celtic Youth and Loan Updates here on the Celts Are Here YouTube and Spotify channels. For the latest updates through the week, you can follow my account on Twitter or X at CelticYL Updates, and you can also check out CeltsAreHere.com for everything regarding Celtic Football Club. So without further ado, let's get cracking on the latest episode. Now, starting off down south as we usually do, Mikey Johnston played again for West Brom at the weekend. He came on for the last half hour or so of their 2-2 draw away at Ipswich. Liam Shaw hasn't been in the last couple of squads for Wigan. Meanwhile, Bosun Lawal has been playing for Fleetwood. He was another standout display as they secured a 2-0 win away at Bristol Rovers last midweek. Back-to-back victories there for the Cods, but then Lincoln City away at the weekend and they lost by 2-1. Lawal was actually sent off in this match. It was a second bookable offence, but if you go onto the Celtic Youth and Loan Updates Twitter page, it didn't look like a second yellow card for what he did. Potentially a case of mistaken identity from the referee there, so a bit disappointing for Lawal as he has been brilliant in previous weeks. Charlie Adam converting him into a midfielder where he's been an absolute powerhouse. Also down south, Sead Haksabanovic came on for the last 12 minutes of Stoke City's 3-1 defeat away to Blackburn Rovers. It came after he was an unused substitute last weekend. Moving back up to Scotland, and it was another great performance from Kwon for St Mirren last midweek against Dundee. They won by 2-0, and he was given the man of the match by the BBC with a great last-ditch tackle on Owenbeck in the game as well. So another great performance from him. He was then not in the squad obviously when Celtic came to town. His parent club. He was pictured in the stands as he watched the Hoops pick up a vital 2-0 win in Paisley. Now, there's only one game in Scotland over the weekend where Celtic loanees were involved. 3 of them were playing in it though at Dunfermline's clash with Queen's Park. Ben Summers played for the Pars up until the hour mark, but Ben McPherson and Mackenzie Carson enjoyed a brilliant afternoon. Their side won by 3-0 away from home. McPherson, the right back, picked up a clean sheet and got an assist in the game. Meanwhile, Mackenzie Carson came on for the last 17 minutes and very much impressed. Yet again, he actually scored in this one. It was his first senior goal in football, so huge congratulations to him. He's played through by Don Thomas, sat down his man Ewan Otto, who was actually an old product of Celtic Youth Academy, and slotted the ball into the bottom right corner. I've seen a couple of people saying on Twitter comparisons to Gavi and Mackenzie Carson, the Barcelona star. Pretty evident to see in some of his performances, but brilliant for him to get that first goal. Carson will be looking to kick on now with Queen's Park and going to have a great loan spell between now and the end of the season. Moving to the other side of the world and at Australia, where Marco Tilio made his second debut for Melbourne City. Come on for the last half hour as they were defeated by 5-1 away at Brisbane Roar. Not the ideal start to his loan spell at the club, but here's hoping he can improve as time goes on. Now, I've seen someone commenting on the video last week about Celtic's 2 loanees out in Austria, Matthew Anderson and Toby Oluwayemi. But Austria, they play in the second tier and they're currently on a winter break and their games are not back till the end of this month. So that is the latest updates over there. Moving on to more in-house stuff now. Celtic B only had one game over the past week, but it was a huge one. They took on Rangers B at Lennoxtown and they kept up their brilliant record in Glasgow. Derby stretching their unbeaten run in the fixture to 5 games as they put away their rivals in a 3-0 win. Thoroughly dominant. Rangers were very poor. Celtic were absolutely brilliant in this game. Daniel Cummings got the opener with a brilliant number 9's finish. He was alert in the box to slam home a rebound, but the second 2 goals were of a very similar ilk. Left back / left winger Magnus Mackenzie dominated down that left hand side and put a brilliant ball across for Ben Quinn to slam home the second. Then just after half time, Sean McCardle, young 16-year-old who just signed his first professional contract with the club in around October time of last year, he done a brilliant turn in the midfield, played it out to young Magnus Mackenzie again, who flashed across goal, and it was finished by Jude Bonner for the third. Celtic B played some brilliant football in this one. In fact, some people saying they're playing better football than the first team at the minute, albeit at a lower level. So a brilliant victory for them. They didn't play at the weekend, but they do have a game this weekend coming, Saturday the 17th of February, where they travel to play Gallifreydine in the Lowland League. The victory over Rangers, though, was a huge one, 3-0, and kick-started Celtic B's defence of the Glasgow Cup, of course a tournament they won last year, defeating the Jers at Ibrox on penalties after an enthralling 3 each draw. So they're dominating Glasgow derbies at the minute, which is great to see for Celtic fans, and here's hoping they can keep up with their unbeaten run. They are unbeaten in 2024, looking to continue that on at the weekend. Now, moving on to more first team stuff, Daniel Kelly and Rocco Vata were on the bench for the boys in the 2-0 win over St Mirren at the weekend, but they didn't get on like they did in the last round of the Scottish Cup against Buckie Thistle. Nevertheless, great experience for them. And that is it for the latest episode of Celtic Youth and Loan Updates. A relatively quiet week considering the busyness we have had previously, but a very good one nonetheless. Likes of Cars getting his first goal, a big win over Rangers for the B team secured. So a successful week for the players out on loan from Celtic. If you enjoyed this video and you are enjoying this series, leave it a like, rate it on Spotify, leave a comment down below to suggest how we could improve it and how you think Celtic's loanees and the B team are doing. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow the account on Twitter at CelticYL Updates. Check out CelticsArehere.com for all the latest Celtic news. I've been Josh McCafferty, and once again a very big thank you, and we'll see you next week.